Hi there and welcome to today's vlog. Yes, sadly, still got COVID. Although I haven't tested today, I can feel my throat's still quite tickly. I've got a cough, feeling still a bit weary, though I am much improved, I would say. So thank you to those who sent messages to support and for your love and prayers. That's really appreciated. Uh, I'm sure that soon I'll be free of this dreaded COVID. Sadly, it's meant that we haven't been able to go to the Lake District as we had planned. We're supposed to be up there spending time with our family. I did try and persuade Sue to go because she hasn't got COVID, but she seems reluctant. So that's meant that we've been trying to keep separate. I don't want Sue to catch it, but it does mean that I had to spend most of my time in the summer house, leaving the bungalow free for Sue. Um, it's a good job that we actually bought the summer house, or we had it erected a couple of years ago when we arrived here. Otherwise, I'd probably be spending my time in the garage, which wouldn't be all that exciting. Anyway, I want to tell you a little bit about what I've been reading because I've just been resting, really trying to recover my energy. Doing a bit of reading, although even reading at times has been quite tiring. So the first book is My Life by Bobby Ball. Bobby Ball, one half of the Cannon and Ball duo. They started life actually as singers, a singing duo, but then became comedians and became very, very famous on our television screens. In my heyday, well, no, not my heyday, but in the days gone by, very famous duo, Cannon and Ball. It tells of his working class background in Lancashire, interesting episodes from his childhood, his youth, starting work, never had much money really, and then he met Tommy at work. They formed this duo, singing, eventually became comedians together, found fame, money, success, etc. But he was never really altogether happy. Um, Even though he was married, had a wife and two young sons, he would spend a lot of time drinking, he would get into fights, um, wine, women, and song, you might say. And he was really self-obsessed. Really, everything was about him. So his family were neglected. Sadly, his first marriage uh, ended. Um, and there you are. There's the cough again. Um, he got married again, but again he neglected his wife, going out and pursuing his own pleasures. But then he met Jesus, and his life began to be transformed. And instead of himself first, he put Christ first and his family. And it was a life transformed, and his wife became a follower of Jesus too. And it's a great story to read, really encouraging. I loved Cannon and Ball when they were on our TV screens. Second book, this book is a light-hearted novel, actually, by an author writing under the name Mary Jane Staples. It's a pseudonym. The story is The Last Summer. I found it quite relaxing, quite entertaining. It's quite funny. It appeals to my sense of humour. So that was just a nice book to relax to. And it's good to find a story, a novel, isn't it, that doesn't have anything offensive in there. So that was good. And then the one I want to quote from, really, this one I'm currently reading is Under the Thorn Tree by Richard Bewes. It's subtitled When Revival Comes. He's writing about those times when God moves sovereignly in individuals and in the community and in nations. And it's a really encouraging book. And the bit I want to quote from is what takes us back to the millennium. And is taking us to Australia. Let me just read this to you. It was just after midnight in Australia when a brilliant galaxy of fireworks burst over Sydney's Harbour Bridge as the 20th century bowed out on 31st December. As the glow subsided, 8 gigantic letters, 100 feet high, could be picked out in neon lights across the bridge. They remained lit up throughout the night. They spelt out a single word: eternity. This was Sydney's tribute to a man who had become a legend in the city's life, a former illiterate drunkard, Arthur Stace. Earlier in the century, Arthur had wandered as a homeless down and out into St. Barnabas' Church, Broadway, found himself faced by the question, how and where are you going to spend eternity? The word eternity itself became his one-word message to the entire city as, from then on, night after night, he would chalk the word eternity on sidewalks and walls in his newly acquired copperplate writing. This continued for 25 years, and no one knew who the anonymous artist was. It was only after his identity became disclosed that, from then on, he was known across Sydney as Mr. Eternity. It is reckoned that he must have scripted his sermon at least 500,000 times. So here was this man from an undistinguished background, a drunken, down and out, and yet he was faced with that question, how and where are you going to spend eternity? And that message really struck home to him, so much so that he shared it over those 25 years by writing that single word on the pavements and on the walls of the city of Sydney. He became known as Mr. Eternity. But that is a really important question, isn't it? Do we know where we're going to spend eternity? Have we put our trust in Jesus Christ so that we can know assurance that our eternity is with him? So thank you so much for listening today. God bless you. Hopefully next time I might even be recovered from COVID. God bless you.